Hey guys, welcome to Realization Hub. My name is Michelle Corazao-Dinu, and I'm an intuitive counselor, energy healer, and channeler who loves to bridge the gap between the unseen world of spirit, consciousness, energy, and intuition so that it can apply to your everyday human experience. Today's video is an energy update for January 2024. Happy New Year! In today's video, I'll be going over any energetic themes and any wisdom that wants to come through for you. So if you like these videos, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. But before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about what I offer. These energy updates are great to feel into or tap into these archetypical energies that may be influencing all of us, especially us that are conscious and sensitive to energy. But if you ever need personal clarity or personal relief, please don't hesitate to book a one-on-one session with me. Find more information in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Theme that I want to talk about in January is this big closure that we're coming into. And this is a closure that is kind of like closing out an old world, and I've been talking about this a lot for the last year or longer, really, and it might be a little bit void-like in January. Because we're about to step into a new cycle here. And so we might be feeling the disconnection. A lot of us are asking that question, what do I need to do? Like desperate for, just tell me what to do. Give me signs of what I need to do. What's next? Just tell me, what are the practical steps that I need to take in my human life? What do I need to do? So that's a big question percolating on a collective level. A lot of people feeling that disconnection and that void-like state of, something is not working for me, okay? There's a lot of wisdom we can take from the old world that we're leaving behind, and that's kind of the wisdom of time and things that can be achieved over time, and the step-by-step process that we can take to an achievement, and putting in consistent, disciplined effort in order to make achievements happen, and bringing structure and order and hierarchy to things so that, things can be accomplished, so that we can experience success. Okay? And there's a lot of truth to those energies. There's a lot of wisdom to that. But we're kind of closing out that old chapter, and we're starting to see kind of the shadow side. We're starting to become aware of the shadow side of that chapter, which is, I am so tired of repeating the same thing over and over again and it not really working out. I'm tired of living inside this box. I feel restricted. I feel constrained and like I'm not able to be creative. And I'm feeling the shadow of, being stuck in old ways of doing things and repeating them, and old relationships and old patterns repeating and just trying the same thing and getting the same results. And I'm tired of how people have learned how to take advantage of this, and gone into systems of power and control that put me at a disadvantage, and where, it's taking too long for me to accomplish what I want and get the results that I want. And this is kind of the shadow that's coming up to the surface, and it's like this big veil that, the collective is starting to see, very clearly, issues with power and control, issues with things taking too long, issues with needing change, and, people not budging, people not wanting to create change. There's this shadow side that's kind of being looked at with a lot of skepticism right now, and that's because it's old and it's dying and it's no longer working for us on a collective level or an individual level, and it's ending. Okay, and in January is where we start to come into that horizon, which is kind of like a fresh breath of air coming through, a fresh a wind or a current kind of coming through. A little bit cold, it's not necessarily comforting, but it's definitely the type of breeze that can be invigorating, and it can kind of awaken us and make us aware of something that's beginning in our lives, beginning in humanity, beginning on a collective level, beginning in a new world. And it's enough for us to kind of, wake up a little bit and get, prepare ourselves for that. Start to kind of have some foresight in our lives, a little bit of foresight of, seeing something before it happens, something new that's coming in, a change that's coming in, and having to take what you've learned from the past, that wisdom of being disciplined and consistent and, working hard and, doing things over time, taking that and applying it to something completely new. And this can be your own identity. It could be in some other context of your life. But this is kind of the new horizon is beginning in January, a fresh breath of air and kind of an awakening that's happening. And with that said, an opening that's happening in January. This new awareness of something new that's happening, a new change, okay, a new beginning that's happening. It initiates an opening, okay. It initiates a new opportunity for us to bring in more of our truth, more of our light, more of our awareness, more of our spiritual essence into our life, into our bodies in an embodied way. And so there will be kind of a growth period happening in the collective of, opening and kind of birthing this new beginning. I guess something to say about this opening is that we might feel fear and resistance and maybe even pain or doubt, and that's what's kind of kept us closed. And a lot of what we'll see in the collective is a lot of people, coming into some fear, a lot of people coming into some doubt, a lot of people coming into some pain about the changes that need to be had, And really that's just the old energy that's being flushed out on an energetic level. It's not really that it's kind of like the natural response to new change. People are, humans, tend to be afraid of the unknown. They tend to be afraid of things outside their comfort zone. Humans tend to hate change. And so this is a pretty natural reaction to new change that's starting to show itself in January on a collective level. And some of the fear, some of the other energies that might be coming out as we open up more. And really what's happening is we're having more on a collective level. We're opening up more to receiving. And that's kind of what's new on the planet. Okay, we're so used to this masculine energy that is, has to have this mission and this plan and be focused and be linear and step by step and do things with hard work and be, strategic and kind of mental. And one thing we can say about this new change is that, it's more about, it's kind of more feminine. It's a lot more receptive, where we might be allowing things to change in our life. We might be receiving opportunities. We might be receiving something new in our life that allows us to change. It's more of a receptive energy that kind of can happen out of nowhere. It can be kind of spontaneous, and it can, resolve things and give you faster results simply because it's very synchronistic, and it's very free, and it's very fluid. Okay, it's very feminine. It's the opposite of of the masculine, and so we are kind of ushering in a new beginning around that feminine energy and how it works on the planet and how it works in the new world and how you might experience it personally or how we might see it happening in the collective. We might see new things just sprout out of nowhere, that give us a little bit more hope about what the future might look like. And at the same time, we still might have more of these waves of change that come in out of nowhere that feel disruptive or feel that put us into a growth period collectively on the planet, but ultimately create the space we need for more of that change. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great January. I'll see you next time. Bye.